Hi guys, welcome back to Mansell Media Corner, and today's another WWE ranking. The year in question, what I'm ranking is 2011, which is a really interesting period for WWE, especially around CM Punk and John Cena. But there's only 4 pay-per-views which I own in 2011. So in at number 4 is WrestleMania 27, with arguably with WrestleMania 11, which was in 1995. This, on par with WrestleMania 11, is one of the weakest in terms of like match quality. So, but by the way, the guest host of this particular WrestleMania was the People's Champion, The Rock. So it started off with the World Heavyweight Championship match, which is Edge versus Alberto Del Rio. It's an okay match. It's more famous for Edge at the time, one of his last, I think, pay-per-view, till he returned in kind of full time into 2020. Then we got Rey Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes. An okay match. I think it was around the time. I'm not too sure if Cody Rhodes actually did have a legit injury or not, or if it was a storyline. But it was an okay match, and he had Snoop Dogg is in the house. This was it was an okay segment. I like Roddy Piper, etc., Zack Ryder, like a talent competition, etc. And he'd have a really boring 8-man tag match with the baby faces of the Big Show, Kane, Kofi Kingston and Santino Marella versus the Core, which was Wade Barrett, Ezekiel Jackson, Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel. Then you have Randy Orton versus CM Punk, which is a decent match as well. You have, I would say the worst match of this pay-per-view is easily this one coming up. Jerry the King Lawler versus heel Michael Cole, with Stone Cold Steve Austin as a special guest referee. No one likes this match, and I can understand why. Michael Cole was not very good in the ring, and it also ends in disqualification, I think. This also was at the time when Michael Cole had his own commentary booth, but it was surrounded by plexiglass, I think it's called. You'd have a decent no-holds-barred match between The Undertaker and Triple H. They'd have a better one in WrestleMania 28, as well as WrestleMania 17. They'd have an okay, well, not really a good match in a 6-person mixed tag team match, which was John Morrison, Trish Stratus, and Nicole Snooki Palisi versus Dolph Ziggler and Laker, which is Michelle McCool and Layla. It's not that good. And you had The Miz versus John Cena. I think this is the one. I think The Miz had a concussion, if I do remember rightly. The Miz beat John Cena with help from The Rock. But the special features are quite good, actually. It'd have a US Championship match, Lumberjack, which starts off as a normal one-on-one, but it ends in a battle royale. And Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, which would like to have the opening match at WrestleMania 28. Have Edge and Alberto Del Rio history. And I know the DVD freak hates this DVD. I think it's one of his worst, what he's got in his collection. Legendary moments as chosen by host John Cena, not very good. Have an intriguing 2011 Hall of Fame, what it is now. You'd have Shawn Michaels as a headliner. Drew Carey. There were better people in terms of celebrity who helped WWE. But you got the legendary The Road Warriors, if I remember, representing Legion of Doom. Or the Road Warriors was Precious Paul Ellering, who was their manager and Animal. And if I remember, they had the old Hasbro Hulk figure as well. You'd have Abdullah the Butcher. One which is nowadays highly controversial, what he's been doing and in and out of prison and stuff, is Sonny. Yes, not one of my favourite divas of all time, but you'd have Bob Armstrong, which is Road Dogg's father. You got a wrestler I saw live in '93 and he's actually fun. It's the legendary Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So, that's in at number 4. In at number 3, again, not the biggest fan of, the 40-man Royal Rumble. I'm a very old school WWE fan, where I prefer 30 men in the ring. But the undercard's pretty good. You have The Miz versus Randy Orton, which is a decent match. You have Edge versus Dolph Ziggler to start the pay-per-view off. You also have Natalya versus Eve versus Michelle McCool versus Layla for the Fatal 4-way match for the Divas Championship. Like I said, this was around the time where I think Rey Mysterio had 619 Cody Rhodes, and I think whether my good friend Beat Them Bunny remembers, I think he actually may have legit hurt his nose because the gimmick after WrestleMania was he'd put a bag over the fans, saying he was more attractive, etc. But yeah, it's an okayish Royal Rumble match. Starts off with Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, if I do recall rightly. But yeah, it's a decent Royal Rumble. Not the biggest fan of the 40 or 50-man event. So that's in at number 3. In at number 2, I love this pay-per-view. It's Elimination Chamber 2011 with Edge grinding his teeth on the mesh. We'd have a really good number 1 contendership for WrestleMania on the Raw side. Sheamus, CM Punk, R-Truth, John Morrison, Randy Orton, and of course, big match, John Cena himself. Decent Elimination Chamber, but the highlight for me was this pay-per-view match, which was for the World Heavyweight Championship, which was the SmackDown, which is got Edge versus Big Show versus Kane versus Drew McIntyre versus Rey Mysterio versus very young looking Wade Barrett. We also had a really good undercard. It'd have Kofi Kingston versus Alberto Del Rio. Not a very good championship match between The Miz and Jerry King Lawler. I think this was Michael Cole in commentary. I think he helped The Miz beat Jerry Lawler. We'd have a WWE Tag Team Championship match. Champion Santino Marella and Vladimir Kozlov versus the covetous Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater. But if you know, the two Elimination Chamber matches are quality, though, really good spots, especially John Morrison in the Raw and Randy Orton locking CM. Of course, CM Punk's just turned heel, I think, in this event. But yeah, that's in at number 2. And in at number 1, no surprise for me, the Summer of Punk. What an iconic pay-per-view. And I've got a feeling Survivor Series is, I'm not 100% sure, is in this arena where this guy CM Punk angered Vince McMahon, I think, at the time in his pipe bomb. And you could tell Vince wasn't happy at all, because I think he may have taken the spinner belt with him, and Vince at the end said, "Where's Alberto Del Rio to cash in?" But this at the time was a big pay-per-view. As you can see, CM Punk with John Cena's World Heavyweight Championship. But the match didn't disappoint between John Cena and Punk. It's an absolute classic. I don't think they've ever had a bad match between them, to my knowledge. But other than that, you had a really good Raw Money in the Bank ladder match with Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, Alex Riley, I think's just turned on The Miz, Evan Bourne, Alberto Del Rio, The Miz, R-Truth and Jack Swagger. Plus also you had a really good SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match with Kane versus Sin Cara versus Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus versus Ryback versus Cody Rhodes versus Justin Gabriel versus Heath Slater. Again, a quality match. You had the World Heavyweight Championship match with Randy Orton, the champion, versus Christian, I believe. They had good chemistry between the two. You'd have Big Show versus Mark Henry. I think this was when Mark Henry was dominating the big men as a heel in WWE. Plus also you'd have Kelly versus Brie Bella herself. But yeah, what an iconic pay-per-view, and what a number 1 it is. Like I said, just that image alone of Punk winning the championship would be the equivalent if Punk re-signed for WWE and stole the AEW championship, etc. You know, it was groundbreaking at the time and still is to this day. So that's my 4 pay-per-views. I'm going to give a couple of shout-outs to the DVD freak over in the good old USA, Relaxing Ghost, my good friend Pete Dame Bunny, Rocket Dave, Nathan the Wrestling Guy. That's in the wrestling, but also my very good friend James Millership, also known as Jim Jam Movies and TV, Scottish Geek Guy, Magpie Movies, which is Geordie Paul, Rebecca Louise, and my very good friend as well in Hale. So yeah, that's 2011. What an awesome year though for WWE. This was, as well as like Impact. Or was it? I think it was known as TNA, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, WWE though 2011 up at the up upped the game with that, like, believe it was the pipe bomb on Raw which got people talking. Even if you went off WWE, it was still an iconic moment. Got people talking more ways than one. So yeah, thank you for watching Mansell Media Corner. Thank you for watching Mansell Media Corner. There'll be some more videos coming up this week, so please like, share and subscribe to Mansell Media Corner, and I'll see you in the next video. So long.